51-45 at the half. The Clippers lead the ice-cold Sacramento Kings. I mean, the three-point shooting is just embarrassing. Embarrassing. 2 of 16 in the first half for the Kings. I think they're fortunate to be only down 6 points.
Yeah, they absolutely are, Grant. They've been bottled up. Only in spurts have they been able to get up and down the floor. The Clippers actually did that better towards the end of the second quarter.
Should I read it? All right, let me ask you first before I ask Jerry, and we do have Jerry Reynolds joining us now, but I want to ask you, Ryan,
Yeah.
Are you okay with the quality of shots the Kings got in that first half?
Yeah, I absolutely am. The Kings are having difficulty getting to the paint. They had wide open looks for the most part, only a couple forced. They've just got to knock them down.
Jerry, good to have you with us. What did you think of the shot selection? Just a matter of not making shots?
Yeah, really. I mean, just wide open, easy shots. You just got to make some of those. I mean, I think they're getting probably easier, better shots than the Clippers, but they're not.
And I said to Ryan right before he came on, I think the Kings are fortunate. They're only down 6 points.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the foul. Bailey, they bailed out to Harden a little bit on free throws, and the Clippers have gotten some lucky kind of bailouts, I think, there. But the sloppy play. I mean, the Kings have really been sloppy on 2 or 3 really easy opportunities to score in transition and didn't get it. So, clean that up. And just one last thing, I think Keon Ellis is doing a nice job on Harden.
Great point.
In other words, his Harden's world got a lot tougher when Keon got on him.
Keon also picked up 3 fouls in his defense in 13 minutes, but I'm fine with that. Make the guy work. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's got 3 more.
Yep. So. Yep. So what is it a matter of? It's just a matter of making some threes in the second half? I mean, how do you see the second half, Jerry? I mean, 45 points for the Kings and a half is you don't see that very often.
No, you really don't. I mean, obviously the pace is such that there ought to be a lot more points. And I do think, they're going to have to make a better percentage of threes. Certainly, I think they got to go to Oxmoor, Sabonis, and really get DeRozan involved. He really has been kind of a missing in action. They just haven't really kind of looked for him enough, especially when the Clippers have been man to man, try to get him the ball in on a low post or something.
Yeah, Sabonis, 11 of 12 in the last 6 quarters. Get him the damn ball, to Jerry's point. The other thing is, Jerry, Grant, they're not getting second opportunities. Only 1 offensive rebound there in the first half. They've got to be able to get to those boards if they're still missing shots.
Very good point. Very good point. The one thing that the Kings, also have been doing a very good job of this young season is free throw shooting. They only got there 10 times, but again, they're making a high percentage, 9 of 10 from the line. What a big improvement from a year ago.
Yeah, it's really remarkable, isn't it? I mean, obviously you knew DeRozan would help in that regard, but you didn't really know that Sabonis and Fox and everybody else would start making 85%. So that's been a real strength. And it does seem like they'll start getting to the line a little bit. It took them a while. But I think they can go inside on these guys a little bit more and draw some fouls. And certainly Fox can get places, and when your 3-pointer is not going, get in there, and I mean you get 3 points a different way. Get into the paint and draw fouls.
Who can slow down Powell? Jeez, what a half he had.
He's been that way all year. That guy, he's been one of those players that has been good for years. You watch him and you think, boy, that guy might end up being really good. And damn, he's really good now. He's shooting 60% from 2 and 50% from 3 for the year so far. So, he's, all these injuries have sometimes helps guys get the opportunity to really show what they can do. And he's one of them.
Ryan, I want to say conversely, if I'm the Clippers right now, I'm saying to myself, we didn't play well in that half. I mean, I'm looking at their shooting percentage, only 40%. They didn't play a good half, in my opinion, and they're up by 6. So I wonder which team actually feels like they're in the best position right now.
Well, quite honestly, the Kings defense was not bad. They forced a lot of hard shots with the exception of Powell getting loose, obviously, with a few of his, and Harden getting to the free throw line. This has been the brand of basketball the Clippers play. The Kings need to sustain it and be able to push it a little bit more up pace because largely they're a defensive team, 5th in the NBA in defensive rating.
Yeah, that's a great point. I do think the Kings have gotten better quality shots than the Clippers. they've just made, because they made the Clippers take some tough shots. The Clippers really, I can't say have done that very well. So, make shots, keep the good pressure on Harden. He'll turn it over if you give him a chance. And so that's really, they've got to get some turnovers and get out and get some easy baskets.
Jerry, really quick, the guard position a little bit concerns me in this game for Sacramento. I know you get 6 fouls, but this does not seem like a game that's very conducive to Kevin Huerter, especially on the defensive end of the court.
No, he'd almost be better if, guarding. They're not a big team, on the wing. He could guard some of those wings pretty easily. And so I think that may be what you're going to have to do to play Kevin, because he's not a good match on Harden or Powell, I don't think. So, but it's half to go, and the Kings have been a better second half team pretty much all year than the first half. So that's what they'll need to do. But I just, when you get in wide open threes and with good shooters, or we say they're good shooters, I mean, at some point they got to start making them.
Who wins the game, guys?
I think the Kings 105 to 100.
Yeah, I think Sacramento, I'm going to say 107 to 105.
Yeah, I can't see them shooting this poorly in the second half. I'm with you. I think they can put 60 on the board. So I'm going to go 105 to 101. I think they win as well. Hey, I hope you guys don't mind me switching here, but a good friend of ours, Brian Wheeler, who was very popular in Sacramento. I did a talk show with him for years. I worked with him on King's broadcast, and then he went up to Portland and filled in for the great Bill Schonely on radio. He passed away today at the age of 62. And I know there are a lot of people that are watching us that remember Wheels, Brian Wheeler. So prayers out to the people that loved him and knew him. He was battling some real health issues the last couple of years. He always had a really serious problem with his weight that really cost him his broadcasting career as the voice of the Blazers. But I know there are a lot of people that are on the stream that remember Wheels. So we're thinking of the people that were close to him and his friends all around the NBA tonight. Yeah,
special guy, truly special guy. Boy, I did some radio with him with the Monarchs. In fact, I really had a good time. Just a heck of a guy.
I got a funny story. Wheels and we did the games together on radio for a while. I don't know how that happened, but he would be my color analyst on radio. I did the Kings on radio for a couple of years, and I also filled in for G-Man when he was doing auto racing if the game wasn't on TV. And Wheels was very excitable. Like, Wheels just could not control himself. So after like a game or two, I used to announce the game with my right hand on the toggle switch to mute his mic. And whenever there was a big play, I would mute his mic because he couldn't control himself. And I used to tell him, Wheels, if you're screaming while I'm announcing a game, people can't hear what's going on. And he goes, I know, I can't help myself. And I told him, I go, I'm just going to turn your mic off. He goes, yeah, you do what you got to do. No problem. You want to turn my mic off, turn it off. So I would turn his mic off on all the big moments of the games I was doing.
Yeah, man, rest in peace, Wheels. Rest in peace.
Yep. So I sorry to kind of get off the path here, but I wanted to mention that because I do know that there are many people that have been Kings fans for, a long time that remember Brian Wheeler. So rest in peace, Wheels. And that gets us back to this second half and the Kings' upcoming road trip. Phoenix won again tonight. They beat Dallas by a point.
Yep.
They're red hot. That's who the Kings play next. You have Minnesota. They're going to win, right? You have Denver, who they're going to win against Miami. You've got the Lakers in Philadelphia that are tied at 60 at the half. I guess the point is, you got to just win to keep pace with everybody here tonight. This is a big second half for Sacramento because you got to go back-to-back Phoenix and San Antonio, and then you come back home to play Phoenix and Minnesota. So you got to get this game.
You got to get this one, that's for sure. I watched the Phoenix Dallas game. Phoenix is good. They're
good.
They're really playing at a high level.
How about Tyus Jones for that team, huh?
Yeah, he's made a tremendous difference, and like I say, when you got Beal healthy and Tyus Jones, a new addition, basically Grayson Allen, they bring him off the bench and he's a heck of a player. So yeah, they're just better. They're just better than they've been for a couple of years. And so sort of, they're going to be there till the morning comes. I think.
Yeah, as long as they stay healthy.
Yeah, they could certainly look like they're locked for top four the way they're playing.
Yep. No question. Halftime, always great to have you with us. And don't forget, we will have the post-game show coming up right after. We invite your phone calls. Jerry, we're going to be lighting the beam tonight, Jerry? Is that what you're saying?
I think I feel some beam coming on. Feel a little dab of beam. So you guys brought them through the last game, so it's up to you now.
All right, Jerry, enjoy the second half.
A hole, but they can get out here, get a good start in the third quarter, and we'll have some fun.
All right, you take care, Jerry. Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Jerry.
Bye-bye. Again, I just can't see Sacramento shooting this poorly in the second half. I think, by the way, the Clippers will play better. And I understand what you're saying about the Kings defense, but I don't think the Clippers feel like they played their A game. So this game's up for grabs right now.
It is, but I don't think the Clippers can play with the Kings when the Kings get out in transition. I think that's going to be a big ask of James Harden, especially if he's playing heavy minutes, and the Kings have yet to do that tonight. So I expect a big dose of that coming out of the
Okay, so how are they going to do that? Because they didn't get any fast break. I think they had, 4 fast break points in the first half? I mean,
not many. You're right.
And so what do you think the key is to get out in transition and take advantage of those opportunities?
I think they've got to limit the second chance opportunities. The Clippers had far too many of those in the first half. And I think second, they just got to look up, push the ball. They've got to run. That's what they usually do. They can do it. Make good plays. Look for your teammates. They should be fine. All
right. Hey, invite you to join us after the contest. Remember your phone calls. We really appreciate it if you would subscribe and give us a thumbs up. If you can do that real quickly, give us a thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do so. That way you'll know when all the content is coming your way. We have all kinds of shows. Ryan's got his daily show, The King's Court. I've got my show on Wednesday with Sean Salisbury to talk NFL. We've got Jerry on the show Wednesday at 4:00. So we got a lot of programming. Make sure you subscribe and you'll know exactly when the shows will be scheduled. Rhino, we'll talk to you in about an hour, my friend.
Can't wait, buddy. We'll see you at the end.
See you in an hour, everyone, or a little more. Bye-bye now.